Okay, so eventually here I'm gonna grab another laptop and I'll get some editing software so that way I can insert photos into the video and I can splice it up and edit it a little bit better and get better audio and better footage and all that. Nonetheless though, made myself a little pellet grid here of all the pellets I have. Believe it or not, I actually have a few more than this even. This doesn't have everything on it. Nor does it have the slugs. Closest to the slugs is these pretty cool little pellets here. Which I don't know if those were the Rabbit Magnum or whatever, H&N Rabbit Magnum, but they're pretty much like little bullets. So what you see here is the 177 caliber and the 22 caliber. So for example right here, these are the H&N Hornet pellets. Hold on. Looks like we're not going to get focus. Oh, sorry about that, but it's just getting worse, huh? So you can see right there though, that's the 177 on the right, and that's the 22 caliber on the left. That black one right there with the copper top is the Gamma Lethal. I have a little bit of organization to it here. If you look, this front row right here is basically all the foreign metal or plastic tipped pellets. So you have the Hornets, the Lethals. That's like a 177, like a Crossman brass pointed or gold pointed. Then you have the Predator, or what is that one? Predator Mag, Poly 1 right there. Those are the Gamma Red Fires, the 177 and the 22 on the left. Those are the lead-free blue flame ones, same deal but lead-free. Those are those ones right there. Then we have the second row up, where these are some of the copper pellets. Those are actually pretty neat because they don't bend at all like the lead. They're legit copper ones. Over here, these are just a copper plated. Those Luxor. Those are a lead-free one too. Those are super light. They're just copper plated. The 22 is kind of round nosed, so it's a little whacker, but the 177 has a nice little point to it. Everyone's seen those right there. The what is it? The Camo Rockets or whatever with the copper top. Same kind of deal. These ones right here are the Whispers, or the they have a couple names or whatever, but it's pretty much like a black nickel plated. There's copper in the core, and then it's like a nickel plated. So those actually don't really bend or anything like that either. Those fly. Those will go right through boards. So and then essentially coming down the whole left side there, those are all RWS. Except for the way top one. Actually, the way top one is as well. It's the RWS hollow point for the 177 on the left and the 177 on the right. The rest of those going across the top there are the H&N Crow Magnum, Barracuda, Barracuda Hunter Extreme, and you have just a H&N hollow point one right there. That other one next to it, the 177, and the one right below it are those are the, what is it, that crappy Beeman brand. Then coming down the right side there, the two columns coming down the right side, those are all basically Crossman. So you have your Crossman hollow point ones right there, your Crossman pointed, the domed, and you have the Crossman Piranha ones right there, which are pretty cool hollow point ones, 177 and the 22. You have the Crossman Destroyers, Crossman Flathead, which I can't find in 22. These aren't H&N Excite as far as those spiked copper ones, but these other domed copper ones are Crossman. And then these crazy guys down here are Crossmen. Those are the JSB Ultra Shock right there. The 177 caliber is cool. The 22 caliber one is kind of just like the 177 placed inside of the 22. So I don't care for the 22 one too much. These gold ones are lead-free. This middle column is kind of a lead-free because you have these gold ones that are lead-free. These domed ones that are lead-free. That pointed one, which is basically an RWS lead-free. And you also have those down there. The only other lead-free one in this would be the Gamma Lethal. Those down there. And right there. That's a lead-free match or wad cutter. Then we have those Rabbit Hunter ones right there. The 22 and the 177. Come on. Just went real. Holy crap. This thing, sorry about that. A lot of these do not fit. The bullet looking ones, a lot of them just don't even fit. For whatever reason. Then you just have a couple have, RWS, Gammo, Crossman, as far as the wad cutters. And then you kind of have some domed ones going across the center there. There's the Sniper Lights, and for the 177, that's the Sniper Magnum. Those are kind of weird, but it's supposed to have great distance on them. I have this weird brand right here, which is, if you look at the Gammo pointed and then the Magnum one, that kind of has a little lip on it. Those ones have like 3 little lips. They're pretty heavy too. Actually, I believe that one's like 8, I don't know, like 15 or something, or grain, and it's just a 177. And then a couple other pointed ones, some Ruger pointed ones. So there's those. And then over here I kind of have like little ballistics testing of the hollow points. The 177 being smaller, lighter, less thick lead pellets seem to have crushed a lot more than the 22 caliber ones. The 22 caliber that I tested this with though was the Ruger Impact Elite, which on my chronograph was shooting at around 750, 760 FPS, whereas the 177 cal rifle break barrel I was using was shooting at around 950, so that makes sense. I've yet to have to do this testing again with my FX Wildcat MK3, so I should get more, better, similar results to the 177 pellets on the 22s. If you look though, this top row here, we have the H&N hollow points. You can see these ones both did a similar thing where basically the shroud peels off and it has kind of like a little projectile that continues through. Over here, these Crow Magnums, the 177, you can see just tore off and did the same thing as those RWS. But for the 22 cal, it basically smashed like a hollow point, so it's pretty cool. Believe it or not, these actually had a similar, when tested on like a 10-pound clay block, I have pictures of those too. These actually left a similar size hole, so the 177 being 200 FPS stronger, actually does almost equal as to what the 22 cal does. And then again, you can see on this one, the Barracuda Hunter, that the 177 cal just completely smashed down, whereas the 22 cal kind of just opened up. Going down to, let's see, now those are actually different. These 3 are different. One is the Beeman, the other is the H&N, and then the one on the far right is a Ruger one, I believe. But you can could see similar results on that. The Beeman actually did the best on that one. The 22 only opened up a little bit. Then we've got the Barracuda Hunter Elite, Extreme. Barracuda Hunter Extreme on that one, which basically turned into a donut on the 177, and the little it has like a Phillips screwdriver head in the top that pretty much just those pieces just shredded off like shrapnel. But on the 22 cal you can see how it kind of made a little spread on that with the grips. Then we have the Crossman hollow points right here, which again the 177 completely flattened, whereas 22 cal barely expanded. The destroyers were awesome. Let me show you those last, but you can see the Crossman Piranhas, which again, the 177, pretty cool little spreadage there on that, whereas the 22 didn't do too much. But then we get over to these ones. This was the Tomahawk one. Awesome expansion on that one. Pretty much turned into a little donut ring right there. The JSBs, the 22 cal barely did anything. The 177 just kind of expanded a little bit. I know it's in and out of focus. It sucks. But yeah, some of these pointed hollow tips were the best ones, to be honest. These left huge impact holes in the clay demolition brick. As you can see right there, basically shrouded down and left a point on that one. That's the Terminator or something like that. And you have the Crossman Destroyer on both of these. See how those both did a similar thing there. That's the little nipple. And then you got these guys here. So yeah, those were all pretty cool. Those are the Crossman Destroyers. The one up there is the Terminator, and the other one is the Tomahawk. So, alright, so those are those. Just showing this so that way you guys see, you guys have seen the air guns and pellet guns I have. Obviously the BB guns just shoot BBs, but I do have different BBs to experiment with. And now you can see the pellets I have, so if you guys want to give me some suggestions of what you would like to see ran through the ballistics of the chronograph or of the clay block, let me know and we'll match up whatever pellet to whatever gun. Alright.